All right, here we go with the first lesson, first recap. So we do have how the count is supposed to be above the tab for number 1. And then when we go to number 2, the rhythm is the same. We just don't have the rhythm written above there. So this way you can get comfortable with it, seeing it, and then carry that over into not seeing the count written above there. So highly recommend from 60 to 120, count out loud. From 60 to 120, you want to count out loud while you're practicing it. Really helps make this stuff a lot easier. And then when we get into 16th notes, when we have 4 notes per click, you'll be used to counting that fast anyway. Because if you're counting solid 8th notes at 120, it's the same thing, at least what you're saying out loud. It's the same speed as counting 16th notes at the 60. So move this over a little bit so you can see everything. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to demonstrate these things at some different speeds so you can hear what's happening, how it should sound, and it doesn't mean you need to reach all the speeds, but I would not be surprised if you do reach the top speed I'm going to do here, basically 240. So with all 3 of these things, just like the meet and greet rhythm you had, if you reach 240 before we meet up again, go ahead and make a video and send that over. You don't need to do repeats in it. Repeats are, definitely do the repeats on your own, but in order to send things in early, just one time through at the 240 would be totally fine. And but if you don't reach 240, that's fine. You don't need to. What I do want you to do, keep track of how fast you get each day. And then we can see how things progress throughout the week, and depending on how fast you got. So let's say you don't get to 240 before we meet up. Maybe you get to like 220. We'll just have you work things up in the lesson at the beginning of the lesson, and we like go up in 20s until you're close to whatever the max speed was, just to make sure everything's going okay. And how well you do at the beginning of each lesson when you demonstrate things, that'll tell me, what we should do next. So here we go. I'm going to count off 4 so you know when I'm going to begin. Oops, I clicked the wrong button on the metronome here. Hold on. Okay, so I'm going to count off 4 so you know when I'm going to start so you can follow along. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 4, 1, and 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, and 2, 3, 4, and done. So remember, work it up without the repeats first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 4, 1, and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 2, 3, 4, and done. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 4, 1, and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 2, 3, 4, and done. So you don't have to count that fast, but if you can, definitely try. All right, 240, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2. Repeats, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, number 2, same rhythm as number 1, different chord progression. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 4, 1, and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 2, 3, 4, and done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 4, 1, and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 2, 3, 4, and done. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 4, 1, and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 2, 3. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeats 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, number 3. So the full rhythmic pattern is laid out across those 2 bars. So we play the same rhythmic pattern again down here. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 3, 4 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 3, 4 and 2, 3 and 4, done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 3, 4 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 3, 4 and 2, 3 and 4, done. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeats 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So to help hear the mode stuff we talked about, also, if you didn't know this about Guitar Pro, something that's really helpful, especially since you're in the D standard tuning. Up here, you can change the pitch really easy of all this stuff just by changing the little tuning fork thing right there. So if you want to play along with these things, you just tune it down a whole step there, and it'll sound in tune. Okay, so playing through this is just to play through it. And let's see, it's cut off. Okay. So the way this is set up, you have one interval changing each new line. So E, technically for this guitar, because it's tuned down a whole step, it's D. But pretending we are in standard tuning still, E is the tonal center, because we're always going to pedal off of that open E string. That helps us hear how these notes are spaced out from each other more easily. So Lydian, it has a sharp 4, and then when we go into Ionian, we take the sharp 4 and make it a natural 4, or it's also known as a perfect fourth. So I'm going to play Lydian, and then I'm going to go into Ionian. See if you can hear a difference. It's just one note that's different, but it does stand out. Let me change to that pickup. More volume is needed too. All right, let's try that. All right, so again, Lydian to Ionian, and then I'm going to go back to Lydian into Ionian again. So hopefully you heard that change in sound. So if I just go up from like the 1 to the 4th note in the mode and then back down, it'll stand out a bit more because I'll be hitting less notes. But if we do like, so that would be me fiddling around in Lydian and then back to Ionian. So now let's do Ionian to Mixolydian. So the only thing different between Ionian and Mixolydian, we just flat the 7 to get to Mixolydian. So again, Ionian, Mixolydian, back to Ionian, and then Mixolydian again. So hopefully you're hearing those differences there. So yeah, just run through the whole thing, and it's a good idea to go back and forth between, the different modes so you can really hear the sound difference, how it changes. And yeah, we'll continue doing more and more stuff with it, get more in depth each step of the way. All right, so if any questions come up before next week, let me know, and I will see you again next week.